to rock, son?
Deep breath.
I'm ready.
3, 2,
We back.
1.
And we out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Shed Talk. It's your boys, Nate and Tony.
How we doing?
Back at it again. Tony, where you been at? Where have we been at?
Where you been at?
Well, let me tell you, it's been a busy couple weeks here, man. It's I've been traveling a lot. I went to Dallas, Texas for the first time. This would have been 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half. Crazy experience. Dallas is fun.
Word.
10 out of 10 recommend. Go if you ever get to go to Texas, check out Dallas. There's a lot to do. Got to see a lot of sightseeing.
You see AT&T Stadium?
I did see AT&T Stadium. They suck. Go Birds. The craziest was JFK, where he got shot. But last week, I actually spent the entire week at my job training down in Baltimore, Maryland.
Tech Systems' newest account manager right here.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, actually, funny enough, on that note, we got a little shout out for Nate here and his new payroll specialist job at Ollie's. First big boy job out of school. Loving to see it.
Oh, good vibes.
Things are going real good over here at Shed Talk. I don't
now
know.
y'all can start paying me.
You're right.
Oh, of course.
No,
we also have our producer here with us,
Not again.
Peach with
two
two
Ks.
Ks. 1A. Back here at it again with us.
No, so what's funny, obviously, I was in Dallas at a weird time. I went down to Dallas to visit my friend who's stationed down at Fort Polk, which is in Alexandria, Louisiana. He decided, we were all roommates, the guys that went down, haven't seen each other in a little while. He had a break, actually, during Valentine's Day weekend. He doesn't get a whole lot. He's a first lieutenant, so he's always busy. But he wanted to spend a 4-day weekend where, before he goes out for deployment. And it just happened to land on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So it was just weird because a lot of people are like, wait, you're doing what on Valentine's Day? I was like, I'm going to get drunk with my friends in Dallas. Is that a problem?
The friends you love.
Yeah, these are my boys. Like, Valentine's Day, look, I understand. Everybody that has a significant other, you should be out with your significant other, enjoying time, whatever. I'm single. I'm enjoying that. And you know what? I had a really good time when I was down in Dallas with the boys. We went out, drank every night, met up with some people.
Right.
Met a lot of good people down there. And, it was all about the experience. And that's kind of what we're going to lead into is, this is almost a post-Valentine's Day episode talking about relationships, talking about, what it's like to be in a relationship or not be in a relationship in 2020. This generation's weird.
What happened to the... Well, this has been on my mind lately, so...
It's been on my mind, all right? It really has been because it's a very controversial topic. There's a lot of things.
It is.
And we got 4 really solid points to talk about. It kind of leads into, social media, how that impacts, relationships, positively, negatively, whatever the case is going to be. The talking phase.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's... We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll explain it. We got ghosting coming up because, that's the newest thing.
We've all been there. We've all been there, though. And then we kind of talk about how to cope, or even a couple subtopics in there.
Not even you like a cope, or just basically just how to deal with it, how you personally can deal with it. It's not you can take it as advice, however you want it, but.
And we'll wrap up with the final shed thought. I'll leave that as a secret because it's a good topic for all 3 of us to talk on. So I'll lead off here with social media. So social media is such a big market anymore, not only with business, not only with exposure. Social media itself, we have so many different platforms that we are able to show whatever we're feeling. Facebook was what really kicked it off.
Yeah, even before then.
MySpace.
Yeah,
let's go on MySpace. We had theme songs on our profiles. Then we moved into Facebook. Facebook was the new thing when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And now it's almost an old person page, and it's not really it. I still check my Facebook here and there.
Check for birthdays.
Yeah, check for birthdays. I'm not gonna hold. That's how I know certain people's birthdays.
I've heard. Don't front. I've heard a lot of y'all even say to me personally, we use Facebook to check birthdays exclusively. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but then we kind of lead into Twitter, Instagram, dating apps, Snapchat, anything. You have a lot of different platforms to express how you feel, who you are, and what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're doing this podcast, and we're able to use social media to do that. It's kind of cool. But on relationships, I think social media has the ability to, and also not, ruin relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It can or cannot affect how you operate within loving someone or showing affection for someone. It's a double-edged sword. Some people using social media, or even not using social media, can make you feel inadequate, or even boost your ego, boost your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may be dating someone and they post a picture of how much they love you or how much they appreciate you. Man, that's like, wow, that makes you feel special. That does. It truly does.
But at the same time, it can like instill a false sense of that same confidence, because like there's loads of people, especially on Valentine's Day, you see loads of people posting their significant others, knowing full well that they're cheating on that same person.
They could.
So
they
it's
could
like,
damn well be. That's the
people
crazy
almost
part.
use
Use it
People
for
get
the
upset about
validity
not
of it,
being
for
posted.
relationships.
Like,
We'll get to that.
I had to stay off of
Um,
social media on Valentine's Day, to be honest with you.
I'm
As
the
much
same
as
way.
it's cool to see people being happy, like, I love you,
Right.
thank you for being my person, everything like that, great. I would do the same thing in a sense. I'm not going to be blown up about it, but, like, anyway.
I feel like I had to stay off of it just because. I mean, going back to Valentine's Day, like we were saying, you know, that's a day of love to spread some love. Like me, like I spent mine with my mom and my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like we went out to eat,
It's a good time.
celebrate the new job. You know, just spending time with people I love. You know, that's no problem.
No,
man.
nothing
Like,
wrong with it.
You know, but getting to the point, you know, like we're spreading love. You know, I'll get on Twitter, you know, Instagram. You know, people just talking about, oh man, I don't want to see this bullshit. I don't want to see none of this love. It's like, oh man, you don't gotta be so bitter, man. You know, it's like.
But I mean, as a single person,
Yeah.
at the same time, same double-edged sword, it's like, damn. You know, like, sometimes you wish you had that significant other to post about. We all been there. We all get it.
Mhm.
But you're right, too. Like, why hate on people that actually found it? Like, it's going to come for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has a somebody. Like, it's just a matter of how you find it, how you express yourself, and how committed you are to it, you know?
Yeah, it's like and again, man, it's a day of love. You don't gotta be. Yeah, even though Valentine's Day of love, that's not the only day you gotta show love. Like you should be.
It shouldn't be the only
exactly,
It should be
like,
every day.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
Every
just showing
day.
love one day out of 365. Like what? Like that's
It's-
kind of corny.
It's a Hallmark scheme,
But-
Valentine's
but
Day.
then
You
again,
just spend
yeah.
money.
But then again, that's getting to, you know, like you were saying how like relationships or how social media can affect relationships. You know, how do you think that is? You know, and when you see people, you know, only kind of like one day of the year really like post like, yo, this is how much I love, like I
Right.
love you. You know, like do you think that's really a problem?
It's a huge problem. And what's funny is I saw so many people that I thought were single posting with a significant other saying, oh my God, I love you. And I'm going, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
You were probably talking to somebody I knew maybe a month ago, but like, I'm not even going to drop names. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to leave that there. Whatever happened to Facebook official? That was something in high school. Like, if you were in a relationship or even like almost going to be in a relationship, there were so
Yeah.
many statuses. It's complicated, separated. I'm in a
That
relationship.
really was ahead of his time. I'm not going to lie. Like,
And then everybody comments on it. Oh my God, so happy for you and all that. It's like, are you really happy for me?
text
Cool.
me. Oh my God, text me. Are you okay?
Yeah, because that makes breakups a huge deal as well. Whenever like
Social
you would
media
change from
affects
being in a
breakups.
relationship to single.
Like, they see you become single, or you, male, female, whatever, you take down all the pictures of your significant other. Like, everybody blows you
Right.
up. Oh, it also probably gives you the opening for somebody to slide into your
Yeah.
DMs, which is actually, funny enough, the next topic. That has become a norm, to slide into somebody's direct messages, somebody to message you on Facebook or hit you up on Snapchat, whatever. Why not go talk to somebody in person? I know we all have some, shyness. We all lack some confidence when we're out.
Right.
But, like, whatever happened to that? I always question that. Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like you saying that, like you think about it, you know, like you could see somebody like on Instagram, right, or you could see somebody like on Twitter. Y'all could both follow each other, right?
Right.
You have class with that person.
Mhm.
Your friend friend is like that person's friend. You know, y'all have seen each other before, and it's like, you know, like if you have multiple, I'm not saying do it in like a classroom center or something, you know, but like you feeling bold and like, you know, you want to shoot your shot, you know, you see him out at the bar or something. Why not just go do it then, as opposed to, you know, you see him out at the bar, give him like a little head and a little smile or something like that,
Right.
And then you go jump in DMs. I mean, why not just walk up
Because
to
that goes back to what you were saying about like the ego thing. It boosts your ego, social media, and it makes people seem a lot more confident than they actually are, because you can take a million years to type a message if you want to, or a response. But when you're right in front of somebody, that's showing all of your capabilities. And if you aren't strong with talking to people, that's gonna really show.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And like you said too, with people on social media, like boosting their confidence, you know, like there are those people out there where it's like, you know, like you open somebody's phone, or like, you know, you first heard somebody's DMs having, you know, like 10, 20, 50, like 50 just unread messages, and you know,
that's unreal.
It's like, I'm just like, you know, like that's cool, like I guess it's cool, you know what I mean? It's like does that really boost you though? Like, what does that really do for you? I mean, it's cool that you got like 50 dudes like hitting you up or something like that, or you got 50 girls hitting you up, you know, but then like you're talking about, oh man, I hate being single, I hate doing this and that, but then you got this ego booster right in front of you, like, you know, don't really see how two and two add up.
It's a weird kind of thought, but also kind of track back to the DM thing. There is convenience in wanting to talk to somebody over social media. I mean, that is a true thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't shoot that shot in person. Not to say it's a good or bad thing, but like then you can kind of use social media as a convenience. Say
You can redeem yourself.
Yeah.
it's almost a redemption. You're right. It's like, hey, you know, I had a good time. Let's like meet up again or something like that. I've done it. I'm not gonna say I haven't. Like that's a real thing.
And especially too, if you don't, like, I think that's one big problem too, is like people make it so creepy. You know, like that's why I think really like.
But there are some creepy ass people out there.
Damn right.
Some of my friends. Sorry to cut that off.
No, you good.
Some of my friends, just because I thought of this, they will literally tell me that they're getting, and these are girls, these are females in particular, that they get picture or like people sending them messages that they don't even follow, and they're like, "I want to see pictures of your feet." And I'm like,
God, I have one.
Who the
I have one in
hell?
my DMs right now.
Ew. Like, get a life, people. Like, don't be so
Someone sent me
weird.
my own picture and said you have suckable feet. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
What?
I'm so annoyed.
That is so weird to me. Oh my god. Like, listen, I've slid in people's DMs. It happens. I'm a single man. Whatever. But you ain't saying stuff like that, dude. Like, what?
Come on.
Somebody wants to suck on feet? First of all, that's weird. Who's sucking on feet?
You.
No.
A lot of people.
Get out of here. Anywho, back to the topic, because I could go
Throw a
off.
wrench in that. Sorry.
But like, really, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: while we're still on social media, how do you feel about blocking people? You know,
Well,
because obviously everybody got somebody where they see, you know, they have like a, you know, like talking to somebody, you know, or they got somebody like trying to holler at. Well, obviously somebody trying to holler at them, it's cool to block them if you don't want them to. But you know, like say like after like a breakup, you know, while y'all are talking, you know, what's that? Like, is it cool to block people? Is it
Again,
not cool? Is that immature? Is it not immature?
big double-edged sword. Blocking people is good for certain circumstance. I also think it's childish in some circumstance. I mean, there's been times I know that I was blocked. And that was, my ex-girlfriend, for an example. No reason. I would love them. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
People kind of want to, and people like myself have honestly gone down a rabbit hole of why. Right. What could I have done? We were in this relationship, whatever the case could be, and then out of nowhere, you just say, all right, I'm cutting you off, bye. Yes, that sucks. I've been there, and you're like, you want to know why. You want to know, you want that validity, you want that understanding.
I just want to know, did you get blocked on social media and, like, from the phone, so you couldn't, like, send her a text
Correct.
message?
I did.
And that's a second level, I think. I think it's one thing to be blocked on social media, and it's another level to actually block someone on your phone so they can't call or text you.
Right. And honestly, I wasn't blowing them up. Like, I was like, okay, that's just really childish of you. I'm not even going to try anymore. Whatever, that's your call. I got unblocked at some point, but whatever.
like you just said, like at times, like it can be childish, but you know, I also see it too. You know, not like it could be something that's good for you too.
Absolutely,
Because
it can
like
be.
there's so many, so many people where it's like you just said, you've been in a relationship for a long time, y'all been having the thing for a long time or whatever, and then it's like boom, like that, like it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like that can really like hurt you.
Yep.
You feel that, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think like for some people, it's better to just be like, hey, like just like step up and be like, yo, I'm gonna just block that person, instead of I've seen people put themselves through the torture of, oh, yo, like I don't want to block them because like I gotta see like what they're doing.
What if they hit me up?
Yeah, exactly. And then but then it's like they say that,
yeah.
and then a couple weeks later, like a month later or something like that, they see them post a picture like with just a friend or just like one, what I mean, maybe somebody else.
That was one of the reasons I got blocked, because I put a picture up on my Snapchat of a friend of ours from high school, and we met up downtown one night. It was a selfie. I was like, you're childish, really. I was catching up with somebody I've known for years.
And you guys were already broken up?
Broken up.
So then, sorry, you have no room to comment on any picture that I post.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But anywho, I'm not
Same
harping on
time,
that. It
but
is
at
what
the
it
same
is.
time, rather than her getting mad or whatever, you can understand the logic in,
Yep.
okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm just going to block him so I can't see any of his stuff, rather than getting upset.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, at that point, you have to think, okay, so it's not my fault then. It's for her own healing.
Yeah.
A breakup's traumatic. A breakup's traumatic, and people have to heal.
Yeah, and it's always just better instead of putting yourself through that hell of like, oh my God, like, what if I see one other person? What if this and that? You know what I mean? Especially,
But like, why can't we be adults at the same time? That's the other thing on that topic is like, why are we not able to, okay, if it didn't work out or whatever the case, why do we blow up about it and just be adults, be a mature person?
I feel with that just all depends, like,
How bad it is.
yeah, like if it's something like if it's clean, like if it's like a clean, like on both sides, it's like, yo, this ain't work out, or like one side knew it wasn't gonna work out, and like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like mutual almost, or it's like one side already knows. Then it's like I feel then you can always hash out, y'all can still be cool, y'all can say yo cool. But if it's something bad and rough, you know what I mean, like that's something like like if that person really hurt you on like some drawing shit, it's like you can be an adult, but at the same time, it's like if they really mess with your emotions like that.
And we've all had our emotions messed with, I should say. And sometimes very bad. I mean, it can lead to some things. Like, I suffer from depression. That's something I will never be scared to admit.
Right.
But I'm also a very happy person.
Yeah.
But there are times if things bad happen, you just automatically go back to that, and it's like everything is bad. Everything goes wrong.
And sometimes when people know that, they have no problem like pulling
Hurting
on
you
those
more.
pulling on those strings that they know are going to trigger those spirals and stuff.
Yep.
But I think that kind of goes back to like what you were saying about social media and stuff. Like, because of it, there's a lack of communication.
There's a
and
lot
we
of
think,
lack of communication.
like, if things are too hard, then we just
Talk
block
about it.
people.
Why not
when we
talk
shouldn't,
about it?
and we should talk
Right.
about it, right?
But
Even
on
in a
that
breakup.
blocking, again, the double-edged sword and why it's good. We just talked about a nasty situation that Nikki was dealing with some dude saying that her feet were suckable. What the hell?
Right.
Block that person.
Right.
Get that person, that weirdo, out of your mind, out of sight. Don't even talk to him.
Right.
You should have no communication with people like that. Or if somebody is like pulling on those harp strings and you're literally like, I cannot do this. That is okay. I think it's perfectly okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's, like I said, like I already said it, you know what I'm saying, like, it's cool. Like, again, there's no need, if you already feeling hurt, there's no need to put yourself through more hurt.
Exactly.
Just, yo, what's this? I'm scared to see this. I'm scared to see that. Like, again, that's ultimately just going to fuck you up. But
on that, talking to people and just talking in general.
The talking phase.
Weird phase.
This is something, I mean, it's been around. Everybody knows what talking is. You know,
so
if you don't know what
define it. How would you define it, and what is your opinion on it?
If I were to define talking, it'd be me and a girl, and we're chick, and like
there's a connection.
We got a connection. We established that we both like each other. We got feelings for each other, and to me, talking is if you keep it exclusive, like it's just y'all two. I'm not like I'm gonna go out and mess with other people. I'm gonna text you and be texting a whole bunch of other people. You know what I mean? Like that's my personal definition.
I would agree with that
of
definition.
talking. Like that's the best way to put it.
But is there a title in talking? Right.
I think
Right.
I think the biggest problem with talking is there is really no clarity in it. It's just so much of a gray and like jaded area, you know what I mean? Because like I just said, like, I gave my personal opinion of what I think the talking phase, what that is for me.
Right.
You know, and like you said, you agree that's what it is, but you know, I've seen and heard people talk about, you know, their talking phase is, you know, like they might talk to one person, they like them, they text them all the time, they go on dates with them, but at the same time, you know, they're texting other people, they're trying to holler at other people too, while claiming that they like this one person,
Right.
and chat, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, there's always you know, like, we're not a thing, you know, so I feel like,
that's always
but
a
like,
killer.
but then people, you know, people will always go back and say, they will always go back and say that, you know, that we're not a thing, but then, you know, but then they'll say, oh, me and so talk.
Okay. But with that as well, what about communication with talking? Like, is it communicated that you are exclusive? Is it communicated that you're sleeping around with more than one person, but you're still interested in seeing where this goes? Like, what are your thoughts there?
I feel, again, like
It's tough. It's a weird gray area.
I think
is.
people get really scared, to be honest.
Yep.
In general.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like in the beginning, no matter who you're talking to or what you're doing or whatever, like, you need to make very clear what it is you want, what it is you won't allow, and all those things. But people get scared because they think that they're going to lose that person.
Yeah.
And it's like, if those are your values and that person
Yeah.
doesn't agree, then lose them. Who cares?
And it's
think,
okay.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, like the biggest thing is what it is, like the communication part. Like, you know, like if you single, like to me, me personally, in my eyes, I think it's, you know, like you're single. I guess, like, you know what I mean, like you talk for a little bit, depending on like how your mileage vary. Then it's
Right.
like, you know, you date.
It's okay to go on dates and everything too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but
You should be going
But like
on
with the
dates.
Yeah, you have to get out there.
but like with the communication, it's like that's all you gotta do is like make it explicit of like what you gotta do. I feel like not enough people do that
Right.
in today's world, because it's like, you know, going back to the social media shit, it's like you see people online all the time, you know, talking about, oh yeah, I got hoes, I got all these hoes, it's cool to get hoes.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
Right.
You're wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you hear it like everywhere. You see it everywhere. You know, it's like glamorized.
Yep.
And then it's like, but then you actually go and do it, and then it's like, oh shit.
Like, actually, this made me feel a little bit shittier about myself.
yeah, like,
Right.
yeah, like this, yeah, like
Wait.
this ain't as cool as I thought it would be. You know, but it's like but again, like if that's how your talking phase is, like if yours is like, you know, I'm gonna talk to one person, you know, like if you want to talk to just one person,
Right.
leave it like that, you know. But if you want to talk to multiple people, like shit, like it's nothing wrong with coming out and saying, hey, like, you know, like I want to, you know, go on a few dates, you know, just kind of see where things go. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, there's other people like I'm texting right now, but you know that doesn't mean that. Like,
But I'm really feeling you, or I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
like how I feel when I hang out with you,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever. Like,
exactly, yeah, somebody just might be testing the waters, you know.
Right.
Like,
And I think it's okay to test the waters.
it has to. You have to.
On that topic, which it's relatable in, I think, everybody. What about when you really are in that talking phase, I guess,
Right.
you're going on dates with this person, or even just going out to dinner with a girl, a guy, whatever you're doing, and then they come back and combat you with, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, or I'm not ready for this, or they basically put a pause. It's almost a pause button on where you guys are at, but you guys were, you know, interested maybe, I don't know, 2 days ago, but then because somebody pushed a little more and said, okay, I'm honest, and this is what I'm looking for, and they push back. What are your thoughts?
damn,
It's not easy.
That was a good question.
I'll be honest, I've been there, I'm sure you've been there. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, again, we all been, like you said, we all been there before, and we all been in situations before where it's like, you know, I feel you, like when you're that person that, you know, like you're in it, like y'all been in that talking phase, and you know, like you feeling that person a little bit more than what they're feeling you. Oh, like. Yo,
Got caught in his chest when he tried to get that answer
McDonald's, yeah.
This one's hurting. I put a sword in you.
Shit.
So, but like when you're that person, like, you know, you keep it 100. You know, if you're the person that's going to push back, you at least gotta appreciate that person of, you know, keeping it real with you, and them saying, hey, I like you this much, and this is where I want to be. This is where I'll like see us going, or you know, this is where I want to see us in the future. But if you're that person that's pushing back, you know, you got to respect the fact that they're being real with you.
Absolutely.
But
that is respect.
But you also have to respect them and say, hey, you know, if you say, hey, I'm not ready for this, you know, just give a reason, you know, like, and then if depending on how they take it, then you go from there. You know, if you tell them like, hey, like, I'm not ready for a relationship, you know.
I could have got it. Sorry.
If you tell them, you know, hey, like, I'm not ready for a relationship. As a person that claps back, you know, you gotta respect that person, and then just like I said, give them a reason. Like, it's not wrong with that. Like, say, hey, you know, I just got out of something bad. You know, I just got out of bad
and you want to take
relationship.
some time, even
like,
if you
know
are
what I'm saying,
up. Right.
Or you know, hey, you know, me personally, you know, I have like, you know, trust issues from the past or something like that. You know, it's something that you know,
which a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't even acknowledge that they have that.
Trust is so crucial.
Exactly, and
it gets hurt a lot.
And if that person, you know, basically trusts you enough to come out and say, hey, I like you this much, and I want to, you know, kind of take the next step. Then, you know, that right there, you know, that should start to build. If you know you got like some trust problems, maybe, you know, or any kind of doubt, you know, that should start to like build you up that should build you up a little bit.
Yeah, that they even respect you enough to tell you.
Yep.
And
I agree.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine.
Not even on the fucking podcast. But like, I feel like if someone's gonna take the time to tell you that they're not ready, you have to respect and honor that as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then like I was going to say, you know, when you get to that point, you know, if you're the person that pushed it, you know, then you gotta kind of respect that decision for them.
Right.
Like, if that person says, hey, I'm not ready, you gotta, you know, you got two choices. You can either say, okay, let's work on it to try and get to that point where you are ready, you know, so we can be something more, or just say, hey, like, you know, that's not what I want, you know. Or like, I'm sorry, like, you know, I thought you liked me more. You know, it's okay. Like, just say, hey, like, I see you wanted something, but you know, I wanted something, you wanted something else. We're not on the same page, and if you're not willing to work that out, then it's okay to just, you know, kind of end it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It is. I mean, I think it's tough, and I think the toughness of it is when you have two people, and one pushes more than the other, and you're not on the same wavelength. Exactly. Again, let's kind of tie that to the communication. Right. I'm glad we're on that point.
While we're on this, again, you know, communication is such a big thing. You know, if you're in a situation like that, you know, like where you're talking to somebody and it's getting to that point where it's like, you know, either you're the person that's really feeling them, or you're the person, you know, that maybe not be feeling them as much, you know. Would you rather just somebody just be, you know, kind of more blunt with you and say, hey, this is how I feel, or would you rather them
sugarcoat it, please?
Sugarcoat it.
Now, tell me how it is. I think that's where communication is straight. It's because people are afraid to be honest.
They're afraid of the reaction. They're afraid of the reaction, which is
reaction
valid.
is the hard. Like, you can only control so much. Reaction is tough because it's gonna hurt you.
Exactly.
It's like, man, I even just like you go on a date, it went really well, and they're like, no, I'm not as interested as I thought I was. It's like, damn, what did I do wrong? You kind of start thinking like that.
But at the same time, you would rather that than have them keep going on dates with you and not actually fucking like you. What? That's insane.
You're putting effort into something that's not there.
Yeah.
But when you have somebody that's honest with you and they vibe with you, then that's different. Like, we all want that someone. We know we want that, and that's okay to want that.
Human nature.
It is human, but it takes time. It takes trial and error. It takes effort. Instead of ghosting people, which is where I'll go to the next topic. The newest, latest, and greatest part of bullshit in relationships. And I'm not stressing because it happens to me. I mean, it happens to you, it happens to me, it happens to Nikki, it happens to everybody.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
All right, whatever.
Best way to put it is the newest out.
Yeah,
The newest, quickest, simplest way.
Tie it to social media.
it is.
How easy is it to stop responding to somebody? How easy is it to just
Pretend like they never existed.
cut them off, block them, all that stuff?
Even the name ghosting is shitty because it's like you literally
get ghosted.
pretend like they died.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of
Like they don't exist anymore.
It's so easy that social media is now the tie to how you have that relationship, and also the same tie to you don't even
How-
know who that person is anymore,
Yeah.
quote unquote. No.
Right.
like it's really crazy. Like when you say like when you don't know that person, it's really weird because go back in like we were just talking about. You can go through the talking phase, you can go through talking with people, and you can again have that connection, and then like if you just kind of get like